The Community Action Agency, Toby Berry. Hi, Toby.
Hey, Bart.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. I thought we'd check in with CAA about what kind of year it's been. While a lot of people have hoped that COVID's gone away, it hasn't. And you're still, as an organization, dealing with the ramifications from the pandemic.
Yeah, for the last year, we've really been kind of finishing up some of the COVID recovery dollars that we've received. Rent assistance has been really important. We've had a lot of people come through who needed rent assistance.
We had moratoriums on evictions, things like that. Those have all expired, haven't they?
Yes, all of the moratoriums have expired. And so the ramifications of that are the fact that we've had hundreds of people come through for rental assistance funding.
And people are still trying to catch up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to catch up, I think.
The community has discussed homelessness, worldwide problem, really.
Yeah.
What's it like here in Jackson?
I think it's really difficult for people. If you are unable to go to shelter or you don't have a family support system and you have to live on the streets, there are few things that we can do for you right now. And so I'm really happy that the City Council has taken up the conversation to start talking about what's happening with people. I think it is something that we typically tend to talk about now because it's wintertime in Michigan and it's cold. But I think in order for us to have a solution, we're going to have to talk about it and prepare for the coming year, even in the summertime.
The kinds of things that the council is talking about is coming up with some money for hotel rooms. What do you think long-term solution? Is it like another or more in terms of shelter buildings and things like that?
I think it's a complex problem and that I don't think that we have kind of the silver bullet solution. I think we have to come together and create multiple solutions for people so we can meet them where they are. Many different people come and find themselves homeless, and we have to make sure that we have solutions for all of them.
One segment of the population that I think has a higher rate of homelessness is veterans, which is pretty sad.
It is sad.
And we have that here in Jackson.
Yeah, so Community Action runs a supportive service for veteran family program, and part of our program helps with homeless prevention for veterans and rehousing for veterans. So if veterans find themselves homeless, we can rehouse them. As with all federal programs, there are lots of requirements, but we try to help as many veterans as we can.
The goal would be to avoid that happening in the first place. Does a veteran need to reach out to you or someone?
Yeah, if a veteran is facing eviction, they should call Community Action Agency so that we can see if they're eligible and try to divert the eviction.
The Partnership Park neighborhood has some new housing, and I know you've been involved with that, DeLand Point.
So there is the DeLand Point in Partnership Park. You may have remembered 17 years ago when Marcia came and talked about the new houses that we built there. We have made true on our promise to sell those to the renters, and so we've sold 4 homes now of the 16, and we have other tenants who are in line to purchase those homes too. So it's pretty exciting.
It's hard to believe it's been that long. I mean, the homes really, they still look very new, and that I guess because the people who have been able to rent, to own eventually, have taken great care of them.
Yeah, they've taken great care of them, and then when they've gone from a rental agreement to a mortgage, they save anywhere between $250 to $300 a month on their payment.
It's transformed the neighborhood, I think, because so many of the surrounding homes that have benefited from the new construction, the rehabbing, they've picked it up.
Yeah, I think we did what we wanted to do, but I think there's still more work to be done.
Yeah, well, and that is one of the biggest issues we hear is that people just there's not enough available housing.
Yeah, we do have a shortage. We have a shortage of affordable housing and just housing stock in general. So in the coming year, I think that will be an area that we spend a lot of our energy trying to figure out.
Yeah, and I know there's at least 2 potential developments that are planned. One Greenwood Place, and then there's someone still looking at the land across from Steve's Ranch.
Okay.
So there may be more, but still to come. So services that you've been providing, you had to dial back during COVID, to close some Head Start classrooms, I think.
Yeah, we had classrooms during COVID actually that we had to take down the number, like decrease the number of students that we could serve. So usually we have 16 to 17. We had to go down to 10 just for safety. So we've been able to get those classroom numbers back up. We still do have some classrooms closed because we have a teacher shortage for preschool. So we are hiring.
As is everyone else.
Right.
And that's another problem that people are experiencing, is finding childcare.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of this is because of the pandemic, but there's other factors that are contributing to that.
Yeah, I think that there is a huge shortage for daycare. Daycare providers, they have been impacted by COVID. There are some things that are coming around that will help to establish new daycares. So I think that's really exciting, and will help a lot of our families to make sure that they have options for their children.
Seems like every week Governor Whitmer's office makes an announcement about some sort of program or assistance or funding for basically all the areas we've been talking about. And some of the money sounds big and some of it sounds like, really, will it go that far? But are there state and federal dollars that are being targeted to Jackson that you're able to use to help some of these problems?
Yes, so I think, well, especially during the pandemic, so during COVID, our budget increased by about $8 million. And so there was a lot of money. A lot of that was rental assistance funds, right? So, but I do think that there are opportunities right now that are coming through that we will, in this community, be able to access dollars to assist families here.
And it's a tri-county area. It's Community Action Agency of Jackson, Lenawee, Hillsdale.
Yes.
How do we stand in Jackson versus what's going on in Hillsdale and Lenawee?
Lots of the same issues, but they look a little bit different. Transportation is different in Hillsdale. Still an issue like it is in Jackson, but there is no public transportation authority. It's a rural transportation issue, so that's a little bit different. Homelessness is an issue in all 3 communities, and it's been in the paper in all 3 communities. So all 3 are actually looking at what can be done to address it. And then I think just affordable housing in general is an issue in all of the communities as well.
One of the areas you work in is helping people hang on to their money or earn more money or get more money back from the government. Also help home buying. You've got some classes and seminars for that. Yeah,
coming in the coming year, I think as we deal with COVID recovery, we'll be looking at financial empowerment a lot more. So financial management classes, home buyer education, all of those, volunteer income tax assistance. I know Tammy's been here a couple of times, so helping with those tax returns. I think it's important for people to be able to access those dollars, because those dollars come back into this community.
And in 2023, more of the same, offering more of the financial management, home buying education workshops?
Yeah, much of the same, trying to expand that to include some financial assistance to purchase homes and those types of things as well.
And it's a pretty successful program.
Yeah, we have seen good success. We have our staff, our trained counselors, they're very dedicated to the work that they do. So,
as far as the rental assistance, people still struggling, are there still funds available?
Those funds are dwindling.
Okay.
So if people need assistance, they should contact the agency and we can see if there are programs that we can access. But a lot of the COVID emergency rental assistance is expended. It's gone.
Well, this shows what kind of a problem it was. Burned through $8 million.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Well, thanks to the Community Action Agency and all your staff and volunteers that take care of everyone all year round. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All ready for Christmas?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, good luck.
Ready.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Nice
Thank you.
to see you.
You too.
Toby Berry is the CEO of the Community Action Agency serving Jackson, Lenawee, and Hillsdale. More to come on today's show.